Welcome back to the channel. Today I will be showing you how to use the Kodak Brownie number 2 Model E. First, before you can start shooting with this camera, you will need to load your film and your 120 film into it. So have this latch here on the back that you lift up on, and you open the back door, and then you pull out the film advance knob while winding counterclockwise. So it looks like that. Then you pull out your film holder. And then you have the top of your film holder, your bottom of the film holder right here with your 120 take-up spool. To put film into the film holder, what you will need to do is flip out these latches right here, like that, and then get your 120 film, put it in the top, like that, and close the latches so they go into the spool, and then pull your film like this over and over the back, and then like this. And then put the end of your backing paper into the slot on your take-up spool. So it looks like that. And then do that. So it looks like that. And then make sure this circular one right here, this needs to make sure that faces down so you don't do it upside down. And then put your film holder with your film in it back in. Close the door. Push the film advance knob back in while winding counterclockwise. Dang it. I don't think it caught it. Let's try that again. Yeah, it didn't catch. Now, if you have this problem of the film not catching at your take-up spool, there's another way to do it. Flip out the latches that are just like the ones on the top, and then put your take-up spool onto the film like that, and then turn it by hand like this. So then you've already rolled up some of the backing paper, and then pull it into your slot like that. Make sure you have this piece lined up with I'll show you, there's a key on this that'll stick into the spool. You can see that piece right there sticking up. You need to make sure that lines up with your spool all the way. Now it should work. Put your film holder back in, close the door, and then remember to push your film advance knob in all the way so it looks like that. And then while turning the knob, you should see some arrows appear in the little window right there. Then you keep advancing the film until you see a number 1 show up in the window. It's hard to see, but you can kind of see it there, the number 1. You will get 8 6x9 shots from the Kodak Brownie number 2 Model E. You have 2 viewfinders, one at the top of the camera for portrait and one on the side for landscape. To take a picture with this camera, what you need to do is flip this lever up here on the side, up or down once. Make sure you don't do up and down on the same frame, otherwise you just took a double exposure. So make sure you only flip it up or down once per frame. You have 3 different apertures right here with this little metal piece there in the middle right there. You can pull that up like this, and you will have the first setting, which is all the way down. That is your biggest aperture. Then the first click up, which is your medium-sized aperture, and then you have this pulled all the way up, which is your smallest aperture. Make sure that you only ever use the smallest aperture for time exposures only. And then you can just push it down, back down like that. You also have another little thing you can pull up, lever you can pull up on. When pulling up on it, that will allow you to take a time exposure. And to take a time exposure, just pull this up and then flip this lever up or down, and it'll hold the shutter open. And then to close your shutter, you can either just flip it up or down again, or press back down on this lever. To access the shutter on this camera, or the lens, there are 4 screws that you will need to undo on the front plate of this camera. There's one right here, one right here, one right here, and one right here. Unscrew all 4 of those and you will be able to remove this front plate for cleaning and things like that. There is another screw right here in between the 2 viewfinders. Do not unscrew that. that's what holds the little pieces of glass for viewfinders in place, so don't undo that. Anyways, that's about it. Thanks for watching.